Hey Grandma, so we are heading off for the Portugal trip here shortly. She has a, would you call it a conference or a workshop?
You have a workshop and conference.
Workshop
Both.
for PhD economic stuff at the school west of Lisbon. So we'll be there for the first 3 or 4 days. Then we're actually going to jet down to South Portugal to go see some caves along the coast, and then come back to Lisbon to finish it off. We got a few different outings and a few different things that we're going to do throughout Lisbon. Trying to think of what all we had planned. So we have sea caves in Faro, and then in Lisbon,
We're going to Sintra.
Sintra. We're going to go to Sintra. We're going to go to some different museums. There's a monastery and other things that I'm sure you will see shortly. Enjoy. Well, Grandma, here in Carcavelos, we are renting an Airbnb as opposed to a hotel. There aren't that many hotel options, and we're actually very, very close to where she is going to be doing her workshop conference thing for the next 3 days. But yeah, so we just got this studio flat. It's actually quite cute, quite cozy. As you can see, there's a sitting area here with a kitchen over here. Little TV area, the bedroom space back here, and then the bathroom. It's got both a toilet and bidet, and then it actually has a washer dryer, which I think is unique in Europe. I don't know if it's unique in Portugal, but yeah. It's cool. I spent the morning just walking the whole beach. I will get you some information and videos of that stuff here in a little bit. But yeah, we are very close. We're, all of 4 minutes from the beaches, and then that's a whole beach up and down. But this is just a beach town. There's really not a lot to see or do here, so I'll get you some footage of the beach. That's really all there is in Carcavelos that I'm aware of. Today is currently Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm gonna go to, I don't know how to say all of these, Cascais. I don't know, it's a little bit further west. It's got historic districts. I wanna walk around that while she is doing her coursework or conference work or whatever for tomorrow. But yeah, so far so good. This is day 1 of Portugal, so we've got 10 more days left, I think. But yeah, so I'll get you footage of the beach later. I don't know if it's gonna be by myself or when she's done at 5:30 and we go walk around, but all right, adios. Well, Grandma, it is the first full day in Portugal, which means that she is going to be at a workshop conference thing all day. But yeah, so we're in Carcavelos here for 3 days. Not a lot here. We walked around yesterday after we landed, and it's a beach town, right? So there's beaches. Then we'll be in Faro for 3 days and Lisbon for a few days. Not sure yet how I'm gonna break these up, but this will get mashed with either Lisbon, because that's kind of where we are, or with Faro, because that's where we'll be next. But I'm headed to the beach now. I'll show you the school that she's gonna be doing the conference stuff at for 3 or 4 days on the way, because it's actually real close. You might actually be able to see it here. My apologies for that jarring in there. I thought it was a little bit closer than it actually was. I remembered from yesterday, it was like the 3rd silver building, not the 1st silver building. But this is one of the main buildings. I think it's the academic hall that I can see on that sign over there. But the school is Nova SBE, Nova School of Business and Economics. She's gonna be here for, I believe it's 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because yeah, Faro will be a Wednesday. So it's 3 days doing a workshop, and it has something to do with subjective expectations. It's a methodology for econ, social sciences, that kind of thing. I can get you more details if you want, but that's really all I know off the top of my head. So while she does that from 8:30 to 5:30 every day, I'm kind of on my own. But yeah, so we're gonna head over to the beach here in just a second, which is actually very close. It's actually right over there, if you can see that palm tree, right, I think right there with my fingers on it. Can't quite see. But yeah, we're gonna head over there. We're actually gonna cut down through the school, which connects to the beach. I'll get you that beach shot when we get through the school building here. I'm now on the back end of that building. The Great Hall or Academy Hall or whatever I called it a second ago. And then it connects to the beach down there. This is the first beach. I believe it's called Guarded Beach. Looks like there could be some neat tide pools when it gets to low tide. I'll have to actually look when that is. Funny story is that building you see over there, that giant fortress. When I was Googling, things to do in Carcavelos to kill time while she was doing her thing for 3 days, that came up as one of the options. And it's actually their Pentagon, like their Ministry of Defense headquarters. So you can't go in there, which killed one of my activities. But yeah, this is the first beach. It's nice. Because it's bigger beaches that I'll show you shortly. This here is the much bigger beach and much more crowded. When she's done today, I'm gonna see if she wants to go swimming after we eat. By swimming, I guess I just mean kind of hang out on the beach. We're not gonna come to this one. As you can see, it is just umbrellas for days. We're gonna go to that first one, which is actually also closer. But if you keep going, so the whole beach from there, and then you actually can't see it, but over there, keeps going. I actually walked all of it earlier today, and it's basically 2 more of these and then that smaller one, which is nice. Well, it's another day of being completely alone without her. I did everything there was to do in Carcavelos on day 1, so I'm now in Cascais. I don't know how they say it in Portuguese, but it's Cascais. I will be the first to admit that I definitely overpaid for this, but it looked delicious, and why not? But yeah, so I just got here, so I haven't really seen anything. Basically, there are all of these roads that are like tiled is what they call them, but I'd call it more of a brick. And then you've got like whites and yellows and pinks, and all these walkways. There are all sorts of different beaches. Yeah, so as I find stuff, I will point it out for you. But I did a little bit of research. There's only like 2 or 3 things that I'm very interested in seeing that I'll make a point to go to. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wander because I'm alone until like 9 p.m. today. So I'll probably be here until hopefully 4 or 5 and head back on the train after that. So I found a fortress while I was walking around, and I don't know, I'm like half inside of it, half not. So can't really see on the other side of these, but there's a whole exterior wall that looks like this wall. So I thought I'd be more in the fortress when I came through. So I'm guessing that there's another way to get deeper. But in other more terrible news, I thought I had the sunscreen and I forgot it at home, and I've been trying to find some to buy somewhere. So I'm gonna do my best to stay in the shade until I can find some, but we'll see what happens. We both know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna find sunscreen. I'm gonna refuse to stay in the shade and I'll get wildly burned. But yeah, just on an adventure trying to find the inside of this fortress. So I successfully found my way deeper into the fortress/citadel, and it's actually a historic hotel and art district. So it's just a bunch of art studios inside this like sorry, I didn't actually finish the sentence. Inside this like renovated citadel. I still haven't found sunscreen, so. This is the exterior of that Citadel art studio gallery place. This is not the way I went in, but it is the way that I came out. And then that's just more of the city over there. But I'll keep trekking. I'm actually gonna go down kind of towards the more central area to see if I can get sunscreen, which is basically right there. This is the Santa Maria Lighthouse over there. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. At least this is what I was looking for. And it's got a little, actually very cool swimming pool area here that I might honestly come back tomorrow and hang out here and just swim for a while. Because I have another day alone, and this is by far the best swimming area I've seen. It's, as you can see, wildly clear. Definitely deeper than like a foot, which a lot of the beaches were. I might see if there's a way I can bring her out here tomorrow afternoon, but she gets done later in the day. Yeah, this is a very cool place. I'm gonna go this way and then see if I can hook around and get you an angle of the actual bridge itself. But yeah, because it's an archway bridge that in pictures looks really cool, which I can't figure out how to get over to where I want to get the footage from. Oh, there's a whole nother beach on the other side actually as well. Well, other side being over there. That's not a good angle. It's a terrible angle. Might be able to come over and lean around this thing. Kind of. It's not great, but you can kind of see a little archway in there. If I come and actually go swimming and bring my stuff, I will get more footage. But yeah, and then the beach is just over here. Significantly less good. This is much more for lounging and young children. It's like a foot deep. But all right, very cool. Now we're off to find the second of two things that I wanted to find. The first was that Santa Maria area that you just saw because the pictures made it look cool. It was actually probably very much the best swimming hole in the area that I've seen. And then the next thing I'm going to is like the mouth of hell. It's a big arched rock over the ocean, which I think is generally this way, but we'll find out. So I was doing the walk from Santa Maria, which is generally that way, basically just along the coast here to the mouth of hell, Boca de Inferno. And it had a little offshoot here that I could come down, so I thought I'd come down and just check it out. There was a guy cliff diving that way, actually. Is that him? No, that's not him. It's too far away because where those people, if you can see those people there, that is like a little very, very small botanical garden situation with like cactus and palms and stuff. It's very small. I thought about filming it, but I was like, no, this is smaller than like a yard. But we're gonna come up here and take a look. Oh, there's like a whole destroyed staircase down there. Very interesting. Actually, I bet you could swim right there real nice. Like, it looks very open and clear. It looks like it gets real deep real fast off the rocks. A few boats out there that you can see. Ships, maybe. Oh, there's a guy fishing over there. But yeah, it's just a neat little cliffside area that you could probably actually pretty easily get down. And then you probably have to go across those and then keep going. The only issue I think with swimming here is probably the getting out. I mean, yeah, there's waves, obviously, very obviously, but assuming that it's safe, I don't, may not be. I think getting out would be the only real problem. But so far, and I need to learn how to say this. I should just ask somebody. Is it Cascais, Cascais, Cascais? I don't know. So far, significantly better than Carcavelos. If she's talking about coming back next year for either this or something similar, I might try and convince her to stay here, depending on where exactly it is. Just because it's better, right? Like, there's a little bit more to see and walk around. The swimming hole over there is super good. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on the road to perdition all the way down that way, and I just keep going until I find this arched rock. I think it said it was like 800 meters away from where I am now, according to Google Maps, but we'll see. I'll let you know when we get there. Oh, Grandma, I made it to the mouth of hell. It is that archway there. You can see it from the road, I think. I just didn't go down that far. I followed the path to get over here. It's cool. But I'll see if I can get another angle from the other side for you. Oh, Grandma, this is the backside that I promised you. It looks like there's a big old crevice up there, but this is just the other side of the arch. You can't see it quite as well since you're higher up. Also looks like it would be a fun place to swim, but probably pretty hard to get down there. Oh, never mind. There's actually a whole stair system. It's certainly possible. Hello, Grandma. I don't know if I'm gonna go much further down the road just because, I mean, it does go for quite a way and you actually can make it to the westernmost part of Europe if you keep going. It's not terribly far, but it's kind of hot. It's very, very sunny. I do have some sunscreen now, but it's also about 2 p.m. I didn't have lunch, so I'm probably gonna try and find some food, which there's a whole touristy thing set up here next to the mouth of the Inferno, so I'm sure there's something I can get. But otherwise, I'm gonna walk back down the road that I came, and if I find anything cool, I'll let you know. But I'll try and get some footage tomorrow for you of swimming. So I plan on going back to that hole that I showed you. But this is, again, I really need to figure it out. I'm gonna call it Cascais, but it's been cool. I like it significantly more. I've been here, I don't know, 3.5 hours now, and it's far better. I would much rather stay here. But, all right. During lunch, I figured out it is pronounced Cascais, C-A-S-C-A-I-S. Yeah, so it is Cascais is where I'm at. Well, Grandma, we finished up in Carcavelos from Cascais. This is the train station that we will be taking down to Faro, which will be our next day. Again, I don't know how I'm gonna lump everything together. It might be one long video, it might be 2 videos, but Faro is our next destination. We're going up in the train up there. It's this morning here in Faro, Grandma. We're gonna go and do a coastal cave tour here in a little bit. We're gonna go have breakfast down at the hotel and then head out for the next 3 or 4 hours, but we're very excited about it. This is my personal most excited thing for this trip. It's what I'm looking forward to the most, but she's just finishing up getting ready, and then we're gonna head out, but I'm very excited for it.
See, they have made the effort for the architecture to blend in with the coastline. Not just a sandy color, but a more rounded Algarvian architecture. De mão à droite, c'est toujours dans l'ombre. Dentro desta gruta dos pássaros, à vossa direita, tem uma pequena praia que só tem acesso pelo mar, só para as pessoas que são alérgicas ao sol. A praia está sempre à sombra. Inside this cave on your right is a special beach, only accessible from the sea for people who are allergic to sunlight. The beach inside here on your right, always in the shade. Petite plage ici derrière et on peut traverser la... This now you must take my word for, but if you look at the left arch, 1/3 of the way up towards those 2 girls up there, there is a hole. That hole is normally the nest of a peregrine falcon, one of the fastest birds on this planet. It's a relatively small bird. We have a few nests of the peregrine along this coastline, not many. Peregrine falcon and seagulls do not get on well together.
Get some pictures.
Yeah, if you have to go over there, go do that. Yeah, it's really. You think?
Well, Grandma, this is the hotel that we got upgraded at the Hilton Villamora here in just outside of Faro. We got a ride in yesterday. We already clearly, obviously, have unpacked and are living our best lives. But they provided us some strawberries at check-in, which we devoured, as well as a small chocolate cake. This here is the kitchenette dining area. This is the fridge. In addition to the strawberries, they also gave us some champagne that we're actually going to drink this evening. But yeah, so they upgraded us to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, which is super nice. It's got its own private balcony here that kind of faces over to this golf course. I believe this is the largest golf course in Portugal. I think so. I know that this place has the largest spa in Portugal, which we'll be going to this evening. There's a little mirror. The first bedroom is a double twin, I guess I would call it, and they're pushed real close together. I'm sure you can push them apart if you have, like, you know, kids that fight or something. First bathroom just has a shower. Let's see. The one thing that I was confused about is the light switches are on the outside. First bath is just a shower. And then the master bedroom in here, got a big old TV. Got windows that face out to that golf course. Another mirror. And then this one has an actual bath, which, I'll be honest, it's the weirdest system I've ever seen. I'm not going to show you, but that knob on the left controls temperature. Fine, cool, whatever. That knob on the right, if you turn it up, it's shower. Turn it down, it's bath. It needs to be exactly in the middle to turn off. And then the tub stopper completely disassembles. It's, yeah, European, you know. But it's really nice. It's very, very nice. Very happy that they did this upgrade. We didn't ask for it. It just, when we showed up, they were like, oh, you've been upgraded. And I also did not ask for strawberries or champagne, but we got that as well. I'll be honest, I pseudo asked. I basically, in the notes, I was like, oh, it's our honeymoon. Our real honeymoon is going to be in New Zealand, but we are vacationing a week after her conference, after we got married like 2 weeks ago. So it's kind of like a honeymoon. It just wasn't the one we had planned. So they probably did it for that. So social engineering. But no, it's been really cool. I like the hotel a lot. Hopefully you like the clip videos familiar. Do you have anything you want to add? That looks like a no. Hey Grandma, we are on the train now, back from Faro to Lisbon. It's about 15 minutes before we depart, and it's like a 3-hour train ride. It was smooth coming down, it was smooth coming back up. It's easy. We were only here one day. We did that cave that you saw in the catamaran, but that's about it. I like the hotel though. What do you think?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah, it's probably the best hotel we've been to yet. But we're heading to Lisbon for 4 days, and we will see you when we get there. So we just arrived at the Intercontinental in Lisbon, which is where we're going to be staying for the next 4 nights. This is the room. It's got the nice little like wood paneling. Just generally a closet. Nothing crazy. This is the bathroom. Shower's in there. Hopefully that one works a little bit different than some of the others that we've been having. This is the room itself. Again, they brought us this, which I don't know. I honestly assume is free because it's here, but we'll see. I mean, we'll eat it either way. And then a little desk, a little couch, the bed. We did get upgraded to a room with a better view. So we're up here on the 14th floor and kind of like a pseudo corner. And so we can see this, the river way out there. And then over there. But that's it. We're gonna go to Sintra tomorrow and then do museums the next couple days. So we'll get a little bit more footage while we're out here. Well, we made it to Sintra. We were doing the stairs of Mount Doom here to get up to Peña Palace. It's basically just straight uphill from the bus stop, upstairs like that, but get to stop in little gardens. We go all the way up to Peña Palace, or Peña Palace. I actually don't know if there's a tilde over the end. And then we'll do a Moorish castle, and then we'll do the underground staircase, which is what I'm most excited for in Sintra. But Sintra is very pretty, very cool. I'll get you as much as I can while we're out here. We're just enjoying the path as we keep going up this hill. How's the walk going? It's like an hour of stairs. We're dying up here. We're doing like the stairs of Mordor down there that you can see, and they just keep going and going and going. But it's pretty. It's very pretty. It's just a lot of stairs that we didn't know about. Well, we're most of the way. There you can see the Moorish castle. We're doing that second. So I have to go 150 meters that way to get to the Palace of Peña. But that will be second. And then that's the best I can do through the trees, but you get the idea. I lied about that 150. It is 1,150, so we got another kilometer to go. I feel like we were lied to about many things on the signs on the way up, but that's the way it goes. I have another signage lie to report on, so it told us to go left, so we went left, and then we found out we actually had to turn around and go right originally, so we now have since turned around and are on what we think is the correct path. We'll find out.
Hi Grandma, we made it in finally, but we have more walking up to do.
Top of Mount Doom, but not quite the top. Well, this is the first view of the palace that we get. We're gonna keep going around, but this is what we just walked up to. And then I believe the other entrance, or the true entrance, is over there. So it looks like you can actually get up into the little towers and parapets and stuff. But it should be a blast. Well, Dulcim just saw her first ever peacock, and she's super excited. All right, we are in the first entrance of the castle here. And oh, I forgot to tell you, there is no tilde. Well, maybe there is a tilde, but it's pronounced Pena Palace. Made it up a little bit further into the upper levels of the palace. We made it to something called Triton Terrace. It's quite a bit windier out here. Our hat both got blown off. Sorry if the wind is drowning everything out. It's a little bit breezy. Well, we got this cool overlook. Just another view of this Triton area. It's a gorgeous view. So we finished up at Pena Palace. It's very cool. It's a fairy tale castle. It's kind of how it's built, and that's what it looked like. We're now at the Moorish castle, which is maybe more of what you would consider like an actual castle. But I will show you the map that we have over here. So we are down here, and then we're gonna go up and then inside of it.
All right, hi Grandma, so I'm taking over. So we just entered the Moorish castle. So apparently this was an area where the Moorish essentially set up a castle here too.
Moorish means Muslim, by the way.
Yes, to protect their area. It's a long hike up there, but it'll be good. I just want to say though, Grandma, is Levi did not tell me it was a 1 hour hike upstairs, and I did not expect it. I had a good workout already. My phone already congratulated me for doing all the steps. Yep. Great view. Where's my hat? Oh, no. How would you rate this?
I think it's cool. Yeah, I like it more than the palace. It's a little bit bigger. But yeah.
I agree with Levi. This is really cool. Different ways to go up. So, yeah.
So way out there, it's hard for me to tell on this little screen, but you should be able to see kind of like a train station thing about there-ish. It's kind of by the flagpole. Actually, the flagpole cuts right through it, so find the long thing and go find the flagpole. That's a train station. It's basically just stairs all the way up to here. Yeah, so that's what I did today. It was brutal, but it was cool. It was that forested area that I showed you. We are up on top of that castle part. We're gonna keep going up though. We'll keep going. All right, we're coming up towards the top here. There's the palace. Mission success. We were able to use that other path, so we were able to avoid the long, scary walk along the edge. So we came up from the middle, which was good. But, so this is a cool place. This is very fun. Are you glad you came up? We've made it into the Quinta Ray. I butchered this name.
Regalia.
I'll put it in text at some point. Cool fountain. So one of these two structures, this being structure 1, and then this thing over here being structure 2, kind of conjoined with that one over there. One of these is the unfinished well. I don't know which, but if I had to guess, I'm gonna say this one. Oh. It doesn't look unfinished. I guess that does back there, if that's part of it. Now we'll go check out this other big structure here. Ooh, it goes all the way up. Do you want to go up it?
This is like Burger King vibes.
Burger King? You heard it here first. We're in Burger King. Oh, this doesn't really go anywhere. Yep. It just ends.
See, Burger King vibes. You're upset by it, aren't you?
Oh, that's the waterfall right there. So yeah, I'm guessing that first building we went into was the unfinished well, because it said unfinished well waterfall, this area, and that is clearly a waterfall. You ready?
Yeah.
Want me to get one of the from below?
Sure.
Coming up. little secret Harry Potter room.
Oh my gosh, this park is huge.
It is a big park. It is a big, big park.
And we can see the Moorish castle over there.
Yep, so yeah, you can see the Moorish castle up there, like she said. Which means... I think, yep, there it is. You can kind of see it through the trees. I don't know if you can actually see it on Discord, or not Discord, the GoPro through the trees. Right in the middle there is the palace. We're at the top of the castle. We're up on top of that curved building. I called it Building 1 in the other footage there. In that tower, there's actually a secret little stairwell place we made out back there. It was awesome. This right here is the initiation well. That's where we're going. I don't know if I'll be able to get a picture like that, so I'm showing it here for you now. Alright, we made it into the initiation well. Oh, it goes down. It looks like people are all the way down there at the bottom, too. Yeah, I was like, that's a good question. You got a picture? Cool. We're going all the way.
Going all the way?
Yep. If there's an option to exit early, we're not doing it. Can you get a picture of that right there? Yep, yeah, like the sunlight on the moss and the arches up there. We're descending into the depths. It's very cool. I enjoy this. That's what she said. All right, you want to get a picture down here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a tunnel. Well, we just completed the initiation well. I'll be honest, I don't really know anything beyond what it looks like. There wasn't really any placards or descriptive things anywhere. I don't know. Knights Templar, the Illuminati. Ooh, which way do you want to go?
Should we go straight?
Nah.
We're going here. Levi.
It does get a little bit lower.
There's like tons of bus tours. Just like 30 girls.
Where these go?
This wasn't built just for Antonio. This was the whole network, and we need Sintra. And this can go to so many places. Many people Uber. This goes to the vibe of the
Excuse me?
Trinity Church. We know it's a two-level church. So you see from the top, there's
Careful that rock there.
You can actually see on all YouTube videos.
Huh? That's cool.
Okay, I'll get a photo for you.
Dead end.
That was cool.
Aren't you glad we took the path less traveled?
Yes. See.
What was that? Show Grandma? Careful your head.
Oh, there's a waterfall.
Yep, I think we come out behind that waterfall that we were looking at.
Lovely.
Oh, we're gonna take a right.
I think it's the same for now. Let's go.
What'd you think?
It was really cool.
Levi wins. Say Levi wins.
I'm not saying that.
Say it.
I'm not saying Levi wins. They're trying to pressure me.
We can go back to the waterfall if this is an exit up here.
Okay.
It is very cool.
Yep.
It does, in fact, look like an exit. Let's see if there's a sign up here that says something.
Thank you for the visit.
We're gonna go back to the waterfall.
Waterfall?
Yep.
Okay.
I love the rock stuff.
I know.
I don't know if it's, rock or concrete that they added in 1950, but I like it. Oh, we got the waterfall to the right.
Practice. 30%, 35%. Because this man surely took a lot of secrets with him.
This is stone or
Coral stone. Coral stone. From the bottom of the ocean. This is the erosion of the water. That's why it's flat or this. Water has the underground world and the upper ground world. That's why you have the bridge. You're not in water anymore. And also, many people say this was planned. If you see also the light shines there, right where you started. That's when you can always start off with your right foot. It's crazy. People have no clue. And once again, they just get here, a photo, unaware of this crazy thing person. Took me years to find it. Start off the right foot, that's the meaning of good luck. So you get it.
¿Dónde?
In the rock, over there. That's right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot.
Did you do the right foot first?
Huh?
Did you do the right foot first?
No, now that you think about it, I think I did it left foot. I've been thinking of the exact
Well, Grandma, we're gonna go back to the exit that we saw a second ago. Very, very cool little well area. So quick correction, where I called it the unfinished well and I had building 1, building 2, I was wrong. We can see on the map, Grandma, we were here, which is the Guardian's Portal. That's the ziggurat, which is where we made out. And then we just did the unfinished well and walked all underneath it. At some point in the unfinished well, you're going to see another circle. That's the imperfect well, or unfinished well. Sorry, initiation well, unfinished well. And we are now over here, and we're going to keep migrating. Well, per the correction that I mentioned earlier, this is actually the unfinished well. You got a picture of it from down below, but this is what it looks like up above. That other thing that we went to was not the unfinished well. This makes a lot more sense, to be honest. Well, we have, I think this is the chapel. That's the palace, but we'll find out. It's very cool, very serene, very pretty. Well, Grandma, we have finished up Sintra. A lot of cool stuff here. My favorite was probably the well, just because coming in, that's what I really wanted to see. That was my number one. The Moorish castle was also very cool. Very cool views, very cool walks. What was your favorite?
I just like the fauna.
The trees.
It's really cool.
Yeah, the trees are. There's some unique trees here, and there's a
lot of
whole
flowers.
lot of mixture of different plants. But it's very cool. Sintra, it's been a long day. We're gonna make our way back to the train station now. We're gonna be about an hour from getting back to the hotel. At some point, we'll find dinner. But hope you enjoyed Sintra with us.
Hi, Grandma.
Well, Grandma, we started off our morning with some egg tarts, supposedly at the pastry shop that originally created them, and we are now at this monastery that I don't know if you can see over there, but the line looks incredibly long, so we are going to figure out how to get in there. But outside looks cool, even if worst case scenario we can't get in. It's a very cool building.
The stairs are like slanted or something. How do they what? With scaffolding. It's quite cool in here. Excuse me. Saint Jerome in his cell. Tiles, tiles, tiles.
Sorry, I just took a picture of the map too. Just in case.
I have a feeling this is an IKEA system, one way only. No, I think the IKEA system's fine. I think it's.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think what sucks is when you're trying to find a little shortcut thing and it's like, oh, kitchen this way, then Yep, just sneezed. Are you getting pictures? Yeah, we can do so.
full columns. Sorry, I should bring therapy.
That's fine. I mean, I took that giant allergy thing last night. Why don't you like getting your picture?
Oh, I just don't. I don't feel good.
Okay.
Or like, I don't know how to pose.
That's fine. I just...
So I'd rather just get the
Yeah. I'm taking a look around. I'll get a picture in a second. We're walking around the monastery, and there's a little, like, I don't know, rotunda. That's probably not the right word. Dome. It doesn't feel right either. Tower. I don't know. But we came in under there, so we haven't made it that far. All right, Grandma. We are at the St. Jerome Monastery here in Lisbon. It's very cool. I like it a lot. It's, as you can see behind us, just very interesting architecturally. It's been cool. We waited in line for like an hour outside, which was long. Probably worth it if you can get here earlier, I would say. But overall, cool. Overall, very cool. We're gonna start to mosey downstairs there. I have no idea what's downstairs, and then head out and find some lunch. Nope, this is a tunnel that we're gonna take, like a little tunnel stairway. Take it on down. Oh, we're going down to the ground floor. Do you think these are the original light bulbs? And we're back down to the ground floor here. Well, Grandma, we just finished the National Time Museum not too long ago. I didn't get video in there because it was a little bit hard. I got some pictures that I'm hopefully going to show up. But now we just took a stop here by the big plaza. It's not clear to me if you can go through that gate over there, but we'll certainly take a look. Apparently this is one of Europe's largest plazas, largest squares. But, I don't know, it's pretty. So just off the square, we actually found like a wine tasting room, and we got some Portos. This is a Ruby. This is a, I truly, genuinely don't remember, but they're two different types of Porto wines. This is incredibly smooth. This one is a little bit less smooth. The aftertaste, though, is like buttery maple syrup. It's actually quite good. It's an aftertaste. First taste is iffy, but the aftertaste is very good. I'm going to try and get you a little bit of what the rest of the room looks like. Hello, Grandma. Just want to give you a view of the Lisbon streets that we're walking around. There's that gate. You actually can go through it, kind of obviously since we did. But it just leads down into these streets here. Pretty fun. Grandma, we're continuing to walk around Lisbon. Just made it back into a little bit more of like a residential area. It's very pretty, very pastel. I hope you can see there are tiles everywhere. Actually, I'm much closer on this side. Tiles, different colors, different patterns. Facing everywhere. Oh, we got a little buddy up there. Very cool. The iconic Tower of Bellum with its original scaffolding still intact. It looks cooler in pictures when they're not doing reconstruction, but we're here. Well, Grandma, we're in the Maritime Museum today. Unlike the, where were we that I didn't get any? The Tile Museum. Unlike the Tile Museum, we should be able to get you some better videos and stuff in here. We'll see what we see while we're in here. We just started. But this is just the entranceway. And then it keeps going around that corner. I don't know if this map is really showing up well, so I might have to get a little bit closer. But this is a map of the, we'll call them early Portuguese expeditions, ranging from 1419 to 1500, I think, earliest to latest. But 1419 and 20 kind of end down at the islands there. 1334 is when they get around that little point. 1500 is up in Newfoundland as well as down in Brazil. They round the point, or the cape, at 1488, it looks like on this map. These are early models of exploration ships. These are early models of exploration ships. They're basically rowboats with sails, but they get quite a bit larger on the next one. So as they furthered their exploration, they made their ships larger, more complex, and just generally better. So the primary goods during the spice trade with Portuguese ships going into and out of the Indian Ocean were, I just had it a second ago, cinnamon and something else real fast. Cinnamon and pepper. But they would transport all sorts of spices in small jars, big jars, little jars, whatever, to protect them from humidity and water and other conditions aboard the ships where they're going from the Indian Ocean back to Portugal. Got examples of the spices down there. This next section of the museum has much larger models and ships. Just so you have it for reference on that. That thing is probably as tall as I am from bottom to top. That one over there is certainly taller, and they're just bigger ships and models in here. But there are all kind of variations on this one. If I see anything super unique compared to this one, I'll let you know. We're in the third major section of the museum, and it is just filled with models everywhere. Like, for example, these. And they're just ship models all over the place. This is the king's cabin aboard a royal yacht. I'll try to get as much of the glare out as I can, but no promises. This is where the king would come to be removed from the peasant workers on his ship. This glare is terrible. I just generally apologize for the glare. This is a little bit better. Not great, but better. I think I can go around to those other two windows, possibly. Maybe? Nope, it's blocked off. This is the Queen's cabin, which is objectively better than the King's cabin. It is larger, more spacious. It has an actual bed. I'm wondering if the King's cabin is more like a sitting room for the Queen's cabin. It doesn't actually say, it just has the names. The ships have continued to get bigger every hall we go into. This what appears to be a life-size replica with others further down. I'm curious to see if we'll get a full-size sailboat up here eventually, but this is just a, I don't know, rowboat or something? What is this? It's in Portuguese, obviously. Nothing. I will say the funny thing about the museum is, like, about halfway through they just stopped doing English translations. It's just only Portuguese, which I think is funny. They basically just gave up on the English. And we've entered a hall of full-size replicas of many types. As you can see, there are some sails, there are some larger boats. This is called the, like, Royal Barge Gallery, so I'm guessing a lot of this has to do with more pleasure travel. So this here, oh, I got an English sign again. This one here is the customs barge for the service of the inspector of customs. Certainly looks fancy. This one here is the Golden Barge. It was for use of Princess Carlota Joaquina, butchering that pronunciation, I'm sure. Looks like Joaquina, but I don't know Portuguese. The Golden Barge. Looks very similar to the customs one, actually. Just different enameling, or painting, actually. We got a big one. This is the Royal Barge.
Milhares de peças que constituem a coleção do Museu de Marinha testemunham a relação entre os portugueses e o mar. E em cada uma delas há um conto de histórias por descobrir. Venha connosco conhecer alguns dos
1778 was when it was built. It was for the Queen of England to traverse the river when she came to visit Portugal. And then it just keeps on going. It's a very long boat, actually. Fairly narrow, given how long it is. And then it just goes back down the other side. Well, Grandma, we are in a, they call it a tropical botanical garden. I don't know if it's because of the palm trees or what else, but we're gonna do the historical circuit, which they have like 3 different circuits you can do. I mean, it's a park, you can walk wherever you want, right? But we're gonna do the one that follows the historic stuff. Probably see some of them older statues and buildings that are back here. But I will fill you in whenever we do find something. In theory, there's a bunch of peacocks here, so we might be seeing a bunch of peacocks. We've already found one very interesting tree. Not that I've ever been to like the mangroves or the swamps in, you know, northern Florida, Louisiana, etc. But this feels very much like a type of tree that you would find in there, you know, based off of movies. But it's a very cool tree. Little baby one over there to the left of it. Well, up there is the Palace of the Counts of Calheta, which we'll go to in a second. There is a peacock over here. Peacock alert. That's the peacock. I don't want to scare it, so I'm trying to whisper here. All right, now Now we're done with the Peacock. We're coming up to the palace. It's not like a great path here. We're gonna just walk, I guess. Nice tree in the middle there of this curated lawn. The architect is unknown. It's a 2 floors building. And that's all they've got. A little bit of water on both sides. I assume it runs underneath. And what do you know? I'm a genius. All right, this is the palace. I don't think we can go much further than this. Pretty sure this bird's out here trying to get laid. Just made a loud ass noise and then fluffed its feathers out. You can see, I'm pretty sure that's a lady peacock in the back that started coming this way. So, power to you, brother. That's cool. I kind of wish it would make the sound again.
What's the chicken's butt?
But we're over here next to a little fountain. Fun little area. Well, Grandma, we just finished our final activity here in Portugal. We got a dinner at a Michelin restaurant. It's called Ofrade, or Ofrade, actually. I really didn't ask how they pronounce it. Did you at any point? Nope.
Nope. We'll Google search it.
But it was very, very delicious. We got duck rice, which basically rice with a bunch of duck meat in it. They had like a zesty orange topper that I thought worked really well.
They zested orange on top, which was...
Yeah. And then we got an oxtail soup, which I thought was very good. The onions really added actually quite a bit of flavor, which was a little bit surprising to me. They had a great wine that they paired us with. And then we had a dessert. It was a chocolate mousse with like a coconut. I wouldn't call it ice cream. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of ice cream-esque. Very good.
With like hazelnuts on top?
Yep.
Hazelnuts?
Yep, they had hazelnuts on top of the mousse, which was very good. But it was her idea to get a good restaurant in while we were here, and it was a very, very good idea. Very happy we did it. It was some of the best food I've ever had. It was very, very delicious. I think I got a picture of the restaurant. I'll try and throw it up. It wasn't big. It seats 16 people. It was a small place. We had a reservation for it. But yeah, so we're gonna go back to the hotel and then we'll close out Lisbon from the airport tomorrow.
Bye, Grandma.
All right, adios. We're just doing a sunset in the park over here. Hope you enjoyed all the different Portugal videos and pictures. I know that there were a couple things that I don't think I was able to get videos of, and hopefully I got the pictures in there. We had a blast. So my favorite individual thing was probably the initiation well. I just thought it was really cool. I thought it was really neat. It was a subsection of I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, Quinta Regularia, which is a subsection of Sintra. That was very neat. And then actually I really enjoyed the wine tasting thing that we did, where we found that wine that kind of tasted like
Was it maple syrup?
yeah, it was like a maple syrup
Yeah.
buttery pancakes thing. It's like 1776 like Freedom America wine or something made in Portugal, but it was good. I have not been able to find it online, but it was a fun trip. What was your favorite thing?
For me, I liked Sintra as a whole. I liked the walk up to the Pena Palace, even though it was very hard. But at the end
It was
of the
an
day,
hour of stairs.
yeah, it was an hour of stairs. Was it absolutely painful? Absolutely. But I thought at the end of the day, the views were so beautiful. Like the plants, resting spots, the architecture was like chef's kiss. And then I think the second one, for me personally, was like being on the boat in Faro. I think it's because this is really stupid to say, but like I haven't been on the ocean a lot, so I thought it was cool being on the ocean and how blue it was. And like even though it was like super hot that day, it was super cool just being on the ocean and just like seeing the nature along like the Algarve region. So definitely worth it.
Well, hope you enjoyed. We have a trip to New Zealand planned in November, so that'll probably be the next one. But adios.